Hi, people, humans. So, I guess there's been some kind of astrology thing going on. That's not an area that I'm super strong in, but yeah, I just am coming on to let you know that you're not alone in experiencing bending of reality and uptake in maybe negative thought patterns and what's the point, all that kind of stuff. I'm Wendo from Wendo's Light, mystic, medium, human in a body, labels, no. So yeah, you're not alone in feeling a bit lost right now, feeling like there is an uptake in negative self-talk. Maybe you're having a bunch of beliefs and stuff that are coming up, and because of growth and things that you've been doing, you're like, why is this coming up? I've been working on this. It's not true. Because those things aren't true. You're a light being of light. You're having a human experience, and these types of truths, right? And it is very important right now that we are discerning about the thoughts and beliefs that are coming up. Because if we're not observing and having self-observation, then we're accepting all these things as oh, I'm really feeling this. These are my thoughts. Well, no, maybe they're being stored in the body. Maybe there's something else whispering to you. Maybe it's a combination. So if you are having these things, you totally have a part of increasing our sovereignty and increasing taking our power back is to say, no, this is not true. Um, that I want to put this belief up to truth. How does this belief or feeling or thought that's coming in stand up to truth? Even if you're feeling lost, like you don't know where you're going or what you're doing, that's a legitimate thing to feel, but it's not totally true either, because if you've gotten to this point where you're observing and able to question these things, then there's fundamental things that you have been doing and that you know to do, right? And so, in that sense, you do know what to do. If you stick to the fundamentals and you stick to the foundation of your growth and your healing and your self-care and the fundamentals of, well, in order to get over here to love and support and care for myself, I know I need to do these things. And if we're supposed to be being present in the moment, correct? Right? That's, oh, if there's any be present in the moment, then these fundamental truths, it's about part of your fundamentals, behavior, behavior shifts, and things that you've been doing. It is part of the surrendering to trust that something that God, that your higher self knows, and that, trusting and surrendering that what is meant for you is going to come in. So feeling lost, feeling confused is only partly true. Yes, you feel those things, and those things maybe are something that you're experiencing, but at the same time, they're not totally true. And you don't, and it knowing these fundamentals for myself as I've been totally experiencing these things. Um, it was really intense last week. Uh, but it's not the first time through the ringer either. So knowing that and reminding myself during that time that I actually do know things I need to do. I know that I can not accept those beliefs about worth, self-worth, those beliefs about my own value as a person, that those aren't they're not true, and that I don't actually have to accept them, and that I can pray to God or my higher self, or pray to unconditional love, or whatever, ask spirit guides for help, and that you're not alone. Yes, we are divine beings, we're a part of Source and God, but that doesn't mean that we're alone or that we're separate. And when you're like battling in spiritual war, all kinds of frequencies going on, like straight up. Okay. So, part of claiming our power and our sovereignty is being able to say no. And this is truth. This is true for me. This is unconditional love, right? And how can I support myself and having compassion while you're having this whole experience, maybe that you're having of feeling lost and confused. And part of the fundamentals with that is having compassion for yourself, right? It's fear or love. That's totally what it's all about, right? What are we feeding? What are we choosing? You know, when we are choosing in the midst of the confusion and even hopelessness in some cases that's happening for people right now, being like, whoa, this is actually really intense. What can I do for myself? How can I find some compassion for myself right now? Wow, it's really scary. This is whatever it is. I can have compassion for myself in the human experience. Wow, my body is giving me all these intense ex sensations of anxiety, and it feeling a little bit overwhelmed. And maybe I have some tools in my toolbox that I can use, and I can have compassion for myself. I mean, I'll be honest, it's 5 o'clock in the morning one day this week, and I was up doing EFT using some of the tools in my toolbox. Right? You're not powerless. You're not knowing what to do. You have tools in the toolbox. Try different things. You know that going outside and being in the grass. If you need to do more of that, then that's what you need to do. You don't need to know about out there because we're supposed to be being present. That just feeds the fear. So it's all kind of a circle, and hopefully this was helpful for you. I definitely wanted to, put it out there because you're not alone. I experienced that. I know a few of my friends have, some people didn't. Maybe a couple months ago, people experienced that kind of thing. It's something that happens as you're ascending, as you're increasing your consciousness, as you're becoming more spiritual, as you're remembering who you are, as you're shedding the layers, as you're improving your relationship with God and yourself and Source, and um, choosing more connection with yourself, with other people, choosing the thing that's different that gets you over there, that you want and know where to go. You Pretty sure we don't want to be where we were, right? And so remembering the things that you do know in times of confusion and feeling of helplessness and growth, because it's all part of the growth cycle that we end up going through, the spiral of going up. Just because we don't, it's the same points that we hit. It's just different every time that we go through those points. So, yeah, you got this. And I hope that you have some love and compassion for yourself and find amazement in things that are very simple, because healing is simple. Our experience can be simple. Finding joy and source and God and connection can be very simple. There's many things to be amazed at and to be grateful for in our experience. Um, and we can shift and change and rewrite, neuroplasticity, working with your nervous system, reprogramming the nervous system on all the levels. Everything is changeable. Everything is shiftable. Nothing is permanent other than maybe the war of unconditional love and fear. Yeah. Bye.
Do it up.